Hi everyone, welcome back to another pick a card reading for the heart and soul. I'm Cheryl Harnish. Hi. And today it's the weekend, so we're doing our spiritual check-in, okay? And exciting news, next weekend I am going to do a live group collective check-in, check-up. And I'm really excited. We can all thank Anthony, who I was doing a reading for him this week, and he suggested that I do a live reading. And, I'm looking forward to your comments today to let me know if you're interested in that. And hopefully I can answer questions verbally while I'm doing the reading and stuff. We're going to see how it goes. It'll be the first one. So anyway, I'm looking forward to meeting you guys. Yay. So for today, what is it that you need to know to get you more aligned to your path and purpose? What does Spirit have to bring through for you today? Our choices are our lovely frogs. I love these guys. And this will be choice number 1, choice number 2, or choice 3. Okay? As always, feel free to choose as many card groups as you like. You do what resonates for you. If you start a reading and it's not resonating, maybe go back to the beginning and choose a different pile, because sometimes that's just the issue. Okay? I'll let you guys pause if you need to, and I'm going to get us started with the first reading. Hi, Group 1. How are you? All right. What does Spirit have to say for our spiritual check-in? Going this way. Oh, we start off with a master number. That's the way to do it. So we have Lion Guide, which is master number 33. Okay. He's quite a powerhouse. He's about claiming your kingdom, so to speak. And we have the intimacy card. So, on one level, this reading is about your deeper personal intimate relationships, and most likely if you are in partnership right now, they're talking about your relationship with your intimate partner. Ooh. And we have Manifest, which I love that card because it's such a high energy card. Okay. And we have Frequency Shift. Okay. Just quickly, just with the 4 that we have here, there's something going on here about you guys claiming your kingdom, so to speak, and making some sort of vibrational shift this week that contributes to what it is that you are manifesting out here, and contributes to your intimate relationships. So I'm going to get us out 2 more cards, because right now I'm not sure if they're talking about you manifesting this relationship, manifesting change in it. What exactly are they talking about here? So I feel like I need this one, and I'm being called to take both of these. Don't tell the other groups. Normally it's just 2. So let's see what we have here. We're going this way. Oh my gosh. Okay. So we have Birth of Angels, and that is master number 44. I find a lot of the times Birth of Angels comes up when we're feeling kind of lonely and lost on our path, or just feeling kind of separate, and whether that's from people, which I'm kind of guessing that it is because of that intimacy card. And I mean, that really makes sense with, the state and conditions and affairs of the world right now, because in many, many countries we're in self-quarantined and having social distancing. So I'm not surprised that is coming up, that, that kind of disconnect. But this is also talking about needing or wanting this stronger connection with Spirit too, as well. Okay. And we have healing with intention. You guys are getting a power reading here. Okay, yes. And the vibration card. Okay. So, yeah, there's something going on here that they're talking about as far as manifesting, that you see when that lion guide card comes out, and I'm sure you guys can see he's like this really majestic, proud, strong lion in there. And he is talking about claiming your kingdom in some way. And so oftentimes, especially with this manifest card being there, I feel like there's some sort of understanding that you guys either need to come to, have come to, or are coming to this week about understanding, like, sometimes we can understand a principle, but until it becomes an actual experiential, we experience the truth that we are the king of our kingdom, that we are, it is whatever is alive and living within our subconscious, within our thoughts and our words and beliefs, that manifests out here onto the mirror. That is what we call reality, right? And there's something about really coming to understand that principle this week, that this world is a reflection and manifestation of what's living inside of you. And there's something about you coming into this higher understanding, higher knowledge, because this is a master number 33 sitting here, of the truth of who you are, and that you actually really do have domain and dominion over what is happening out here in your physical reality, and understanding that it's a delayed response, right? So whatever you're experiencing out here in your reality today is an accumulation of past thoughts, beliefs, words, reactions, that sort of thing. And realizing that this is a reflection of the past, you're in the now, and what you are creating right now is manifesting, will come to manifest throughout time coming up. So it's not about an immediate change. However, there is something going on here, especially with that frequency shift card being here. So, so you have the vibration card and birth of angels sitting here with the healing with intention card. And it feels to me like there is some healing, that is going on for here for you guys. And it feels like this is a lot deeper. You guys are getting down to the, the core, the cry baby of the onion, the very center of some of your deeper wounds and issues that evolve around intimacy, connection, having good, true, loyal, faithful friends, having good, true, loyal, faithful partnerships, and that sort of thing. But it also feels like, because we have the birth of angels and another master number here, that this is also talking about your intimate relationship with spirit, with the universe or God or whatever that word is, right? And through that understanding some experiences coming for you guys this week where you have a deeper understanding that you rule your reality, that you are creating this reality. But it's also talking about this deeper connection. And with that, it is a strong angelic presence because it's called birth of angels. But the other essence of this is almost like giving birth to the essence or the truth within yourself, that you are equal to, as powerful, as divine, as loving, as magnificent as angels, because we are all God, source, energy. Ultimately, you're just wearing human skin suit that convinces you otherwise, that you're just human and just have human qualities. And this is making a massive shift for you guys, whatever this is that you're working on to heal this week, whatever the issues are. So I know that it can be scary to really look at some of these deeper things, but you know, I really believe that those of you who resonate and are called to my readings are very ready to heal and wanting to heal and evolve and grow into the true expression of yourself, into the God expression of yourself, right? And so they're talking about that like actual energetic frequency shift of moving up through this healing process. But it's the vibrational card is here. And that is talking like this light is like you, this little spark, beautiful, shining light soul, and the energy that you are emitting and emanating out here in the world. And with that card, it's talking about understanding the energy and the impact, of your energy out here in the world, in reality, how it manifests things, how the people who are currently in your life are reflecting that energy, the energy of you, thoughts, feelings, emotions, and how to manifest these relationships that are of, frequency shift, that are of a higher vibration, that are more in alignment with your truth, because you're stepping more into your own truth beyond the hurts and the human story that you carry of you, about you every day. And with this card, there is this leadership sort of energy that comes with that. And even if you aren't a person who feels like, you want to lead groups and lead people, oftentimes for you guys, this is talking about leading purely by example, like just being the example of this person who is sincere in their journey of coming and stepping into their spiritual truth, claiming their power and dominion over their reality, and making this true, sincere, deeper connection with spirit. Okay, so this is a really deep reading that you guys have this week. Now I am available for personal readings, so if you would like more information on that, it's all down below in the video description. If you guys are interested, please do leave a comment about a live video for next week. I wish you guys all the love. Stay healthy, stay strong. Lots of healing for you this week. Lots of shifting and moving, shedding the old. There's a lot of shedding. So sometimes it's crappy while we're doing the shedding, but once it's done, you guys feel so light and like moving up to this higher vibration that's much more congruent with your heart. Okay? I wish you much love. I'll see you again soon. Hi, group 2. How are you? All right. We'll stick him over here. Looks good. All right. So, spiritual check-in, check-up. Let's see what we have going on here. Oh, empowerment. What a absolutely lovely way to start a reading. Archangel Michael. All right, this is about expressing yourself, expressing your truth, being authentic, seeing what kind of connections you have out here in the world, making reassessments about which connections you have. Commitment card. All right, we just need to get the rest of the cards out for me to... Caretaker. All right. Caretaker card out on the table. This is talking about boundaries, about your worth and value, of, your your deeper subconscious understanding or beliefs around your value and worth, because we can be working consciously to say, no, I am worth it and I am valuable, but the program hasn't yet been rewritten on a deeper level in the subconscious. So there's a lot of that going on, and assessing, making that, and so that makes sense to me why the Archangel Michael card came out, because it's not so much about protecting you, because this reality is a reflection of you, but often when the archangels show up, it's about offering their strength and compassion and lending us their strength and compassion so that ultimately we have that for ourselves, right? And oftentimes we need that energetic support to be able to assess what relationships are nurturing our truest selves, are nurturing our soul spirit, but are nurturing our boundaries and our personal empowerment. So I feel like this card, this commitment card, is talking about, like, on one level, making that assessment of those relationships, right? And where they sit as far as reflecting, the value, your value and worth, and feeding your value and worth, feeding your self-esteem, and whether or not they are fortifying your boundaries and helping to uplift you into a place of empowerment, or whether they're not. And, so assessing those commitments, and then with Archangel Michael card, deciding whether that is a relationship that needs to remain in your life, or if it's a relationship that perhaps can be set aside for now, Let's see what else we have here. Okay. This is the revealed card. And, it looks like this magnificent galaxy is spiraling out from the center. And it's kind of showing you more to the world, more to reality, more of what's really going on here. And I feel like in some way they're saying, like, sometimes you interact with someone and it's like all of a sudden you get the, okay, I get it. I get what this relationship is about, what this relationship was reflecting back to me about myself, about my worth, my value, boundaries, codependency, any of these sort of things, like seeing the higher truth to this the reality of these relationships, to help you to see which ones are the ones that really should remain because they're so healthy and so good for your heart, and the ones that don't serve. And it's funny because the other card that came out today, you guys, is the encoded card. And I'm trying to reach, my little T-Rex arms are too short to get them to the camera. So there's all these like symbols and geometric patterns that are deep inside this fractal that you can see when it's close up. And it's the encoded card, and it's kind of like seeing things for what they really are. And it's almost like seeing the greater purpose of these relationships that you're involved with, and how you're involved with them, what parts of you are invested into it. Like it's like looking at the whole great big picture. So I feel like for you guys this week, there's this big like opening, like the curtains are parting, or, the grand reveal of seeing just a little bit more in yourself. But the nice thing is that somehow for you guys, there's some sort of commitment on your part to really look at the healthy and or unhealthy behaviors in your relationships and within yourself. And also about understanding your value and worth. And the reason I'm saying that with this card is because the caretaker card is often the card that comes out for you guys who are these beautiful souls who are here to be in service to the world and end up having really difficult childhoods and early parts of your lives to gain the skills, knowledge, and understanding to heal, to be able to then in some way or form offer those in service to the world to help others to heal, right? And so you're these like service-oriented kind of people, but along with that, what happens incidentally is that there's some codependent behaviors and like, you know, abandonment issues or unhealthy attachment styles, you know, that later we need to assess and start breaking that down and rebuilding. And that's another part of why the empowerment card is here, because it is about you just more gently moving into this place of empowerment and within your own self by doing that inner growth work. It's funny, both of these cards this week are talking about really looking within and looking at this stuff. Now, this is just a general group reading. My personal readings are much more specific to you. If you would like a personal reading, all my info is down below. And please do leave me a comment if you guys would like to do or join me for the live reading next week. I'm excited. I'm sending you all my love. Just hold on. There's a lot of information coming to you this week on a spiritual level, but also on a, you know, substantial physical reality to really help you guys clean out the closets this week and clean up your relationship aspects that are maybe causing you some grief and holding on to the ones that are really valuable. Okay. All right, I'm sending you guys all my love. Take care. I'll see you soon. Hi, group 3. How are you? It's nice to see you again. I'm really excited about the live reading next week. Okay, we're going this way. Oh, wow. The universe, you guys, I'm just going to give you a warning. They're like giving you a loving butt kicking this week, you know, for your spiritual check-in or checkup, because we have the self-talk card, okay? And with this card, I see these as these big lips with these teeth, sharp, pointy teeth, but the teeth are pointing inward, and it's like chewing, ingesting and bringing in, you know, unhealthy self-talk, unhealthy thinking, thought patterns. You know, this is talking about watching your mental diet. We have liftoff, which is like, that's encouraging, actually. Worthy. Yeah. How you are talking to yourself, what you are saying about your value and worth, whether you are sitting there and questioning yourself all the time, or whether you are, you know, making these comparisons of yourself out there in the world and saying, you know, well, my intuition isn't as good as theirs, or I'm not as pretty, or I'm not as smart, or I'm not as handsome, or, you know, whatever this is that you guys are running through here and just swallowing it time after time, it's centered around your worth, around your value, around your sense of belonging and equality, right? The other card we have here is the surfacing card. And I do like that because the surfacing card is usually talking about really starting to see more of ourselves coming to the surface. And I feel like, they're kind of pointing out that this really crappy junk food mental diet that you guys have been on needs to change, or that you guys have been working at this and that they're applauding you, right? Because, in this group reading, we're all kind of at different levels here. But for you guys in group 3, this is definitely a big thing that's going on this week. When you're feeling like, I'm feeling that whisper from spirit that, I'm just an example, like, oh, I should be doing healing work. I really feel like I'm a healer inside. And then your mind goes, what? Healer? You don't know anything about healing. Who do you think you are to heal? How could you possibly heal? Do you know how much school you have to? Blah, 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 blah. All of that constitutes what that self card is talking about. And so there's something about shifting this, becoming conscious of it. And through that work, no, I'm going with this one. And through that work that you are doing in that arena for self-esteem, self-love, self-respect, self-acknowledgement, being your best friend, talking to you the way you would talk to your best friend, because I guarantee you guys, you would never, ever say these things to someone that you loved out here or to a child, so it's about switching the gears and catching yourself and not shaming, blaming, or being angry at yourself when you catch your mind or inner thoughts doing these things, because that will only perpetuate the situation. It's simply becoming aware and going, oh, I caught myself. Yep, I'm doing it again. And the more that you work to be very present with yourself, being present with your thoughts, with your feelings, what's running through here, simply that presence and acknowledging that you're doing that and bringing, when you catch yourself, doing this to yourself, having any of the thoughts that you don't want, you literally need to take a breath and go, okay, who is aware that I am having these thoughts? And bring yourself back to your awareness, because each time you do that, that cuts out that talk, and it brings you into the present moment, brings you into the now. It will eventually bring you to a place of stillness and to looking within yourself to who I am really is, which is your awareness, your God self, right? And by doing that, it's creating this space for the real you, your real awareness, your real self to be here. And that's why that surfacing card has shown up, because you see, it's like all these tiny bubbles are rising to the surface. And I always see it like a diver's oxygen tank when he's under the water and all the bubbles are coming up. So this process is making space for you to be here without all of this. And when this happens, more of your authentic self comes up. Thoughts from the God mind or universal mind, right? Your higher self get space too, because right now it's just way too overcrowded with this, right? But I feel like there's success here for you guys in this process over the next few weeks, because we have the liftoff card, and I see this as this brilliant rocket just shooting up to the sky, like shooting up into the heavens, even if you want to put it that way. And that liftoff is talking about success, about making headway, about making your way through a process. And they are literally talking, like they came out together. They're literally talking about your success in this process of getting this unruly ego, inner child, whatever that is that lives inside of you, getting it under control, becoming more present into yourself and allowing more of the real you to come up here. That makes sense. So the card that came up with it is the Awakening card. It's exactly what I was talking about this entire time. That this is getting your mental diet under control, making space to be present, is exactly the peace that you need to allow the real you to surface, to give you that space to move through this in a really substantial way that really lends to your own awakening, to really waking up to the higher part of you. And when I say, we have our thinking mind, but then there's that place where we come from a higher source. And if you've ever listened to Eckhart Tolle talk, oftentimes you'll hear him say that he speaks from his higher self through source, just moves through him because he has reached that stage of enlightenment, right? And so when any time that you can get this false self out of the way, that is steps towards your own enlightenment, okay? And this is a huge part of your journey in waking up. So this is like a really powerful check-in or checkup that you guys are having this week. Oh, I'm excited. Okay, so the other card that we have here is the Doves card. And this one came out last week, but you see how it looks like these two beautiful doves right here, and they're like kissing here in the center, and their tails are connected, and this energy just kind of like spirals off to infinity, right? So the doves are talking about cycling. This is a card about cycles, and it's almost like talking about breaking this cycle that you've been in. And it's talking about cycling from the old to the new. And I feel like they are literally talking about you cycling from the old way of being into this higher, more aware place, more spiritually grounded place, just resting, having just, simplest way to say it is just having some peace, peace from that, right? From that. And the other beautiful thing with this card is in that cycle process, in this cycling process that's going on for you, there's greater connection happening here. And I really feel like they're talking, like oftentimes this card comes up for relationship issues. And this is a relationship issue, but this is an issue with the relationship between your ego, human self, that sort of thing, and the universe or God or whatever higher power, right? This is talking about a much deeper connection for you with source coming through this. So what a powerful, powerful reading. Now, this is a group reading, so it's not so specific. My personal readings are very specific. And if you would like a personal reading, all my information is down below the video. And please do leave me a comment about the live video and join me for that next week. And I want to wish you guys all the love in the world. Stay safe. I know it's crazy times right now, and we have all this distance, social distancing. Try to stay sane and make connections as much as you can with people, right? Stay centered and stay centered, especially for you. Sending you my love. Bye, guys.